us in this momentous event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. At this point, His Excellency will be touring the Innovation Festival, accompanied by Mr. Edwin Bautista and Mr. Henry Aguda and the rest of the reception party. It's an extreme honor to have no less than our President joining our innovation festivities here at Union Bank. And this year, the theme of our Innovation Festival is "The Future of Banking is with You," where we celebrate banking technology and Filipino ingenuity. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. To welcome us to the smartest technology hub, please be seated. To welcome us to the smartest technology hub in the South is the chairman of what is considered the most beautiful barangay in the progressive town of San Pedro, Laguna, a master of management and leadership and founder of the Sand Hub. Let me call on San Antonio Barangay Chairman Eugenio June Inyon.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Many of you may be asking yourselves, so what's so special about this place? Okay, you have this very beautiful building of UnionBank sitting on sprawling grassland. But certainly, this is a far cry from the Ayala, BGC, or Philinvest developments, where banks and tech companies are usually established. Let me tell you though, that for us here, this already is a big deal. My friends, this spot where we stand today was probably one of the biggest illegal dump sites in Laguna. People actually lived here and scavenged for food from garbage piles. These grounds represent ground zero of our transformation journey. Our situation was so heartbreaking that we just had to do something. Quickly, we thought of cleaning up the river and relocating the garbage to the proper city dump site. What followed was a long and arduous task. After meticulous research, grit, and by some stroke of divine providence, we managed to acquire this property through funding by UnionBank. Encouraged by this development, we dared to dream of an environment that would benefit our community and that by generating relevant jobs was our key objective. We settled with the idea of developing a land to attract technology companies. We talked to a great many companies, both big and small, local and foreign, here and abroad. No one really bothered to entertain the idea seriously, except for one man, Mr. Justo A. Ortiz. So in the nick of time, it was more than a blessing to have someone of Joust's stature share our vision of a place where technological ideas can be created, tried, and tested, all under the backdrop of a predominantly green environment. Thus, the San Antonio Digital Hub, or Sand Hub, was born. Sand Hub will be home to many cutting-edge technology companies. Fact is, a number of unicorn Israeli companies have already started and in the process have provided employment to almost 2,000 local constituents, mostly from our barangay and the city of San Pedro. Mr. President, Your Excellency, it almost goes without saying that we support your administration's initiative towards our country's digital transformation. For not only do we support in words, but as you can see, we have already done so with a lot of action. Drawing from experience, both past and current, moves me to think that this thrust towards our country's digitization will by no means be a walk in the park. And that will be the challenge, Mr. President, because many startup companies will need timely and efficient government support. The gap between the lightning speed of innovation and our collective responsiveness to keep abreast with these developments and avoid technological obsolescence. Tough, very tough, but not impossible. To all the Union Bank, especially its top management, Edwin Bautista, Monchu Aboitiz, Sabine Aboitiz, Ana Aboitiz, Danela Aboitiz, and Dr. Justo Ortiz, to whom we have named the street after, I say, on behalf of the people of Barangay San Antonio, thank you very much for all you have done and for your continued support. Sa aming minamahal na Pangulo, President Ferdinand Marcos, we thank and look up to your inspiring leadership as you continue to guide the Filipino people towards the path of inclusive prosperity and nation building. Mabuhay po kayo. Thank you.
Thank you, Barangay Chairman Inyon, for sharing that very heartwarming story about this place. Now, the next gentleman's compelling vision has provided Union Bank with a clear blueprint for the future. Allow me to introduce the man who has inspired many of us to rise up to the challenge of pioneering innovations and using technology for a better Philippines. Please welcome Union Bank President and CEO, Edwin R. Bautista.
His Excellency President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., DTI Secretary Alfredo Pascual, officials of government, guests, fellow union bankers, good morning. Mr. President, thank you for honoring us with your presence, sir. 6 years ago, Union Bank went all in to invest in digital transformation. At that time, disruption of many industries around the world was a well-known phenomenon, but in the Philippines, the winds of disruption were not yet apparent. Digital adoption of Filipinos at that time was still low. But we knew that it was just a matter of time. After all, Filipinos are known to quickly adapt to technology. Today, digital payments have exceeded the Bangko Central's 25% original target and fast rising. E-commerce and digital transactions are becoming part of everyday life. And because we started early, that was even before the dark clouds were visible, we were able to adjust fast and rode the digital wave. Our early experiments in artificial intelligence, blockchain, and robotics have upgraded our banking technology, resulting in our ability to scale fast, provide a stable and robust banking platform, and achieve a low marginal cost to serve. Our technology efforts have yielded a total so far of 16 patents. And as Henry would tell me, and counting. And all of these are in the area of financial technology. Digital transformation had served us well, Mr. President, giving our shareholders superior returns, But now, we believe that we are in a position to help others, to help local entrepreneurs and their companies to become globally competitive by sharing what we have created and what we have learned. That's why our rallying cry for the past 3 years has been, we will help Tech Up Pilipinas. We are also keen to assist the government in whatever way we can to speed up our country's digital adoption. As we enter a new era of greater prosperity, it is important that this prosperity is inclusive, that it trickles down to the lowest segment of society. And this innovation campus will hopefully be a venue for that sharing and co-creation, so that as we become a G20 country in the future, we get there while achieving inclusive prosperity. So that, as you said, Mr. President, in your State of the Nation address, no one gets left behind. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bautista, for that very inspiring message. May we now call on Honorable Alfredo E. Pascual, Secretary of Trade and Industry, to introduce our guest of honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Thank you, the Trade and Industry Secretary, Alfredo E. Pascual. Please take your seat. The Private Sector Advisory Council Chief and UnionBank Board Director, Sabina Aboitis, UnionBank Chairman, Ramon Isidro M. Aboitis, and all the other board members, UnionBank President and CEO Edwin Bautista, UnionBank Board Director Samel Aboitis, and our local host, Mayor Art Mercado, the Sandhab founder, Mr. Jun Inyon, all the other distinguished guests who are here today, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. I am glad to be here today as we inaugurate the UnionBank Innovation Campus and welcome the brimming promises that research, development, and technology can bring to our country. If there was one silver lining amidst the dark clouds brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, I suppose it could be said it is the hastening of the adoption of technological innovations in this digital and modern age. The trend was very pronounced before the pandemic, and it was accelerated by need because of the pandemic. And now, many people have discovered that this is an actual viable way to do business. We in government have gone a step further than that. Not only is it a viable way of doing business, it is the only way that we will be doing business in the years to come. And therefore, we cannot allow the Philippines to get left behind. And so the initiatives that we have, such as UnionBank is doing, with this campus that we have just inaugurated today, that we have just opened today, are precisely the kind of innovations, the kind of forward-thinking operations and actions that we will need, not only in the private sector, but also in the public sector, so that we in government can be participants in the new digital world wherein we are living in more and more in our day-to-day lives. With the help of information and communication technologies, we were able to migrate many of our transactions and our activities online. We found avenues that brought us closer together, and despite the lockdown and the distance between us, we learned to hold meetings, even court trials, online. To sustain growth and promote new advances in this sector, it's my hope that you will explore the limitless possibilities and take advantage of the many bright ideas that our experts have so that we can generate more jobs and secure our nation's economic revitalization. The track record of Union Bank in creating opportunities through innovation and digital solutions in the banking sector is uncontested. The opening of the Union Bank Innovation Campus shall intensify our collective efforts to bring our banking and ICT industries into the future. We apply that same intention to that in the public sector, in terms of government, in terms of digitalizing the government at the national level, at the local level. It is necessary if we are to be able to take advantages of the efficiencies that digital banking, digital transactions, the digital way of doing business it affords us. And we would be bereft, we would be neglectful of our duties if we do not recognize the trend that is happening around the world and not only adjust to it, but position ourselves to take full advantage of it. This initiative perfectly fits into the three-year digital payments transformation roadmap of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, which promotes digitalization of payments towards furthering financial inclusion. This roadmap has the twin objectives of converting at least 50% of the total retail transaction volume into digital form and the onboarding of 70% of Filipino adults to the formal financial system by next year, 2023. To achieve these targets, we need to hone our competencies in areas such as software development, data analytics, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technology, amongst others. This is in line with our goals under the Philippine Skills Framework. One of the UBIC's objectives is to foster greater partnership between the public and private sectors under the Advancing Government ICT Innovation, Leadership, and Excellence, or AGILE program. This will not just bring digital banking services to our local government units, but will also enhance other digitalization initiatives in government. That already we have begun just walking through the different displays and listening to the explanations of the briefings of those who have been at the head or at the lead of all of these actions. We immediately, with Secretary Pascual and talking to all the Union Bank representatives who are here today, already see so many opportunities between the private sector and this particular campus and government. And we fully intend to take advantage of the good work that you have done and the initiatives that you have taken. It will not only improve the business position of Union Bank, which of course the CEO is much concerned about, as he should be. But also it will increase the economic activity that we in government, we in the bureaucracy, will be able to process, will be able to handle, and it will make it easier for not only big corporations, but ordinary citizens who generally are not included in the digital world as of now, to now be included and to take advantage of all the conveniences, all of the efficiencies, and all of the new products that will come out of these new technologies. In our shared success to make the disbursement of social benefits and other assistances to the public smoother, I look forward to the next milestone in our collaborations, which is ensuring financial inclusion through digital technology. This will provide effective access to a wider range of financial services for all Filipinos, especially the vulnerable sectors. With you as our partner in this endeavor, I am very confident that our vision of becoming a world-class and tech-savvy country will come to fruition. Especially if we focus on the task at hand, we have aligned our goals, and we continue to be aware of all the fast-moving developments in technology out there, so we as a people, we as an economy can take full advantage of those new technologies. You rest assured, this administration is committed to working closely with you, with other stakeholders in the banking and ICT industry, especially as it redounds to the benefit of our people. As tomorrow dawns and leads to brighter days ahead, let us renew our commitment to improve our present state and make lives better and more comfortable for everyone, with the help of the technology that we know is now available to us. Together, let us combine our abilities towards the resurgence of all our industries that were deeply affected by the current pandemic and other global challenges. By upholding unity and using our ingenuity, let us build better, more, and lengthen our strides on the clearer and more stable path towards our country's future. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for that inspirational message. At this juncture, may we request our President to please remain on stage for a photo opportunity. And the first batch of those who will be doing a photo opportunity will be the stage party. All right. The second batch will be our Union Bank board members. Please proceed to the stage for the photo opportunity with the President and his party.
Wala na po tayong pang gagamit po tayo.
Thank you very much. May we now call on the next batch, the Union Bank Management Committee members.
Please face the cameras. Thank you very much, sirs and ma'ams. And thank you very much, Mr. President, for granting a photo opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program for this morning. May we request everyone to please settle down while the President is leaving the venue. Thank you very much, Mr. President.